I'm Brett. Some people call me the Amtrekker. Really, I'm just a guy with a list. I left my home, I left my job, and now I'm traveling the country with nothing but a backpack full of technology and a whole lot of faith in the kindness of strangers. I don't spend any money on lodging, which makes for some interesting nights, and I'm not going home until everything is crossed off the list. Call me a nomad, call me a vagrant, or call me Amtrekker.
So, first place on the tour, this is my great room. This is where I do all my entertaining. This is my fireplace over here. It's where I keep all my flowers. Makes sense, there's some logic to it. This is my office space right here. This is where Charlie and I do our thing. And when we do our thing, you know I like to read. Got plenty of books. Awesome place. Alright, next stop on the tour, let's go! Come on in here, guys. This is my living room. This is where I like to come and just chill out, have a seat, watch a little TV. I have a pretty good DVD collection. It's actually the wreck and rescue of the schooner, J.H. Hartzell. This is actually my entire DVD collection. It's good stuff. I'm gonna be here in the words, right? This is my guest bath. Obviously, other folks have to pee somewhere, just not here. So, we're working on it. This is my game room and hobby room. This is where I come, I make my models. I play captain sometimes. Come out with my maps so I can play captain. These models though are my pride and joy. I call this one Point Betsie. I call that one over there Point Betsie. And this one down here is Point Betsie. We'll head upstairs, I'll take you up to the master suite, the most important room in the house. Right over here, I call it Brett's room. This is where I slept last night. It's my bed right in here. In a lighthouse. Thank you. Cacao! This is where I keep my shoes. Got a pretty big collection. Some trail runners here, and got some trail runners here. I'm gonna try those on. Yeah, that's quality. See that? Air Force Ones. Whack. This is Charlie's room, right here. Charlie's my best friend and only companion. He actually has one of the best views in the house. This here is the master bathroom. This is where I come to think about taking a shower. The water doesn't actually work yet, but that's something I'm totally working on. But I like to sit in here and think about it whenever I can. And just kind of chill here. Yeah, that's gonna feel good someday. Let's head on into the kitchen. This is easily the most modern of the rooms in the house. We still don't have running water in here either, but again, we're working on some things here. The stove, this is where I do all my no cooking. I do a lot of no cooking on the road a fair amount. Want to take a look in the fridge? Obviously I'm making a couple repairs here, but this is where I keep my water. When I add water. Again, beautiful view in the kitchen though. This is my sunroom up here. This is actually one of the coolest parts of the house, bar none. It's an amazing view, great lighting. Watch your head, MTV. You're gonna love this. This is it, the heart of the beast, right here. This is what this place is all about. Look at this view. How amazing is this? Plus, kiteboarders. They're my people, no big deal. Bottom line, really cool. This light right here, 35 watts, and it's what powers this lighthouse beacon to be seen from 20 miles away. 35 watt bulb, this big, runs off of a 12 volt. All right guys, that's the end of the Lighthouse tour, so let's go take a look at my ride. This little baby is a 1986 Honda Spree, got it from the original owner. And that's the end of that. I've got an ostrich to go ride. See you later. Hey team, thanks so much to the Friends of the Point Betsie Lighthouse. It's actually their crib that they let me stay in, and it was just days before its 150th birthday, which is cool in and of itself, but it's also a beautiful place and one of the most photographed lighthouses in America. They're doing a bang-up job trying to restore the place, and obviously they did a lot of work on the outside already, but the inside still needs a lot of help. So I'm going to put up their address at the end of this little video, and whoever's out there that loves lighthouses and loves helping out, maybe someone can lend a hand. I also want to thank the entire Icenik family and the whole Popnose clan, because I couldn't have done this without any one of them. Andy helped film this little video, and Amber was there from the beginning. So Frankfort, awesome place and awesome people. Here's this week's email, and it's from Nate Prouty, and it says, "Hey Brett, hope your journey is going well. I just spent some time viewing several podcasts that I hadn't had a chance to see yet, so I figured I'd drop you a line and throw a question your way. Hopefully you haven't heard it yet. There are all types of items on your list, but by the very nature of the journey, they're all one-offs. Do it, cacao, done. That's certainly not to say some of them aren't extremely difficult to accomplish, but something like become a highly skilled ninja would probably belong on a different list. So my question is twofold. One, what's a really big goal you had to achieve prior to starting Amtrekker that took a lot of effort and dedication on your part? And two, what's a big goal you have yet to achieve that was too complex to be part of your list? Thanks, Nate." Nate, I haven't heard that question yet. It was such a great question. As soon as I read it, I thought, wow, that's a great question. I can't believe I haven't heard it yet. So, the answers. Number one, a lot of you know that my job before this whole Amtrekker hoopla, was as a designer at Disneyland. And I can actually tell you guys the date. December 29th, 1989 is the day I decided I wanted to be a designer for Disney. So I literally worked my entire life to make that one goal happen. And I stayed there for about 3 years before I realized that I was still so young and I had done something that I had worked so hard for that I wanted to see what else I could make happen. So that's kind of how Amtrekker started, is because I was able to accomplish this one much larger goal that took me an entire lifetime, or a quarter of a lifetime, I guess. And two, you're right, by nature this list is all one-offs. Not a lot of people think about that, but this list is slightly different from my actual lifetime 50 list because all of these things had to be accomplished while I was done, which isn't to say that these aren't all incredible things that I've always really wanted to do, just that there's a couple of things on my real list, like becoming fluent in Mandarin, for example, or writing a book, that are still leagues away from actually happening, but I still work towards whenever I can. So thanks a ton for that question, Nate. It was a really great question. And if you'd like to have your question read on the podcast, that's www.amtrekker.com. 5 W's and an H is the email address. And you can find me on MySpace. You can find me on Facebook and Twitter. Make sure you follow me on all those things, because you don't want to miss all the stuff that happens in between when I spend way too long on these videos. So go to www.amtrekker.com and all those blogs will fill in all those holes. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you next week. And that is the end of that. I've got an ostrich to go ride. And I can't start this. Okay, we'll try to